Good morning. And I see someone logged in. Sai. Wow. All
Yes.
well. Let's start. The name is Daman Dev Sood, your host for my weekly show, my top tips, every Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. IST. This being the last of this year. Very happy to start with New Year greetings to you all. And today's discussions are very important, something that has moved into or rushed into our lives, personal and professional lives. And we shouldn't be keeping eyes close to that. And that's the AI. Good guess by anyone who would have said the one I guessed it. A new standard, ISO 42001, released in 2023. So that's the current version also. AI is important, but how we use it is much more important than that. I have been using AI for more than a year now, maybe 2 years. I wouldn't say that I'm overwhelmed by it. It's good, bad, ugly. Like any other technology, we need to be careful while using it. But because I have been using it, I had been using it, it would be good for me, myself, to go deep into the governance of it, the usage of it. ISO 42001 was released in 2023. I took time, and uh, last week I got qualified as a lead auditor for this, and I immediately thought of sharing with my contacts. And that's how this episode 112, is coming into picture. It's about trust. It's already taking decisions in our organizations. Again, organization may be personal and official, but governance is lacking. That's what my concern or worry, and that's why I thought I'd go deep into it and share with people. It's not experimental. So my couple of posts about 6 months ago, 9 months ago, were my experiments with AI. But it's not experiment anymore. I've been using it. Decisions are automated, scaled, and invisible. Boards are accountable even if they do not understand the algorithm. What's happening behind it and how may not be known, but we are still responsible. Leave aside board. You, I, all of us who have been using AI are responsible for its usage and its outcomes and implications. In small variations, everyone is using AI knowingly or unknowingly, officially or unofficially. So, this is a challenge that must not be ignored anymore. I'm repeating it just to bring out the importance of the topic. Quick look at what is ISO 42001. It's world's first ISO, International Management System Standard. In short, we also call MSS, Management System Standard First, for artificial intelligence. Released in 2023, as I said, it defines requirements for establishing an AI management system aims like ISMS, BCMS. This is AIMS aims, governing the design, development, deployment, and use of AI. Managing risks, ethics. Ethics is a big portion when it comes to artificial intelligence, usage of artificial intelligence. Accountability and life cycle controls. Similar to 22301, 27001, etc., means it's A global standard, ISO standard. It has 10 clauses. First three are not executable or actionable. Clause 4 to 10 are actionable, implementable. Even the names are same as in other ISO standards. But it's focused on AI risks, impacts, and decision making. There's something new, additional, different, which is AI impact assessment. In BCM, in ISO 22301, we would have done business impact analysis or assessment. In another management system, we would have done environmental impact assessment, but in AIMS, in ISO 42 2001, we have to conduct AI impact assessment. There is a statement of applicability. That's where it's similar to 27001 and different from 22301. There are controls mentioned, and for that, the organization has to create, maintain a statement of applicability, SOA. If you look at the applicability of 42001 blindly for all companies, not just for technology companies or tech companies, any organization that develops AI or procures AI solutions or uses AI for decision making, using those solutions most likely, or embeds AI into business processes. So I say all organizations of all types, of all sizes, small, medium, complex, all types, for profit, not for profit, governmental, public, NGOs, of all complexity, in all industry sectors across globe, this standard is applicable to them. That includes you and me. And some examples. This is not long list. Long list is all that exists in the world. Banks, insurance companies, healthcare companies, or sectors, we can say manufacturing, HR and recruitment platforms, government and regulators, as I said, IT companies or IT solutions providing companies, small, medium, and micro, small, extra large enterprises using off the shelf AI tools. Many of us, if not all of us, who is excluded, maybe a very small portion and maybe an exception today, I would say, have been using AI agents, Copilot, AI, ChatGPT, Gemini, many more, many using these at the back end. I may not know that I'm using ChatGPT. I may be using something else, or hundreds at least, other application platforms using artificial intelligence have come out, and we have been using those. So if AI influences outcomes, ISO 42001 applies or becomes applicable, whether you built it or bought it. It is applicable. But what was the need, or what is the need? Why do we need ISO 40001? So that, because AI failures do not fail quietly. That's serious point. AI can discriminate silently, scale errors instantly and largely, make decisions without human awareness, can create legal, ethical, reputational, and operational risks leading to such crises. Some triggers may be automated rejections of loans or insurance or hiring, even in HR sector or HR field, HR domain. It may be automated issuance also of the policy, for example, incorrect decision taken, policy issued. There may be bias, due to the way the AI engine has been trained. There may be unclear ownership of AI decisions. When an AI goes wrong, the question is not what failed. Rather, it's whose responsibility or who was responsible for this failure. ISO 42001 then organizations enforces this upon on organizations to answer that question, who would be responsible before the incident. But what if you do not implement 42001? Repeating, it's called AIMS, Artificial Intelligence Management System. If you don't implement this, then what? What do you stand to lose? Welcome, Chris. Governance vacuum may be created. There may be no clarity on AI ownership, no escalation paths, and no accountability. Now, these may be common challenges in other management systems also, but AI is the latest one in our lives and creating a lot in our lives. So becomes so important. Regulatory and legal exposure if you do not implement 42001 or an AIMS. Non-compliance with emerging AI laws because it's new, so there's lot yet to come. Weak defense after incidents, because incidents can happen, may happen, will happen in any company anywhere in the world. Or there may be operational and reputational challenges created. AI driven incidents cascade fast. So speed is high. Also, the volume is high. Loss of customer trust, this trust portion is very important in life. This is much more than financial losses. There may be pressure from board and leadership. And then it gets linked with BCM crisis risks also. So if you do not implement, there is a possibility of amplified BCM crisis risk. AI incidents don't stay IT problems are or are not just IT problems. They become enterprise crises. An unmanaged AI risk is not a future risk, it is a latent crisis happening now in our lives, personal as well as professional. What are the benefits? So, we have discussed what is 42001, why do we need it, what do we lose if we do not implement it. Then, quickly, a look at the gains. There are some strategic benefits we can achieve. Board level visibility of AI risks. They should not be blind to these. Structured AI governance, that this standard is towards governance of AI usage, production. Clear roles, responsibilities, and controls. That control portion is little different from 22301 and similar to 27001. But roles, responsibilities, and authorities are very important to understand in any other management system also, in any other implementation as well. But today I'm talking towards AI management system, AIMS, AIMS. There will be are operational benefits also that your AI deployments, whether it is production or usage, become safer. Then experimentation, if you still are in experiment phase, about myself, I said I'm no more in experiment phase. I've done that 9 months ago. I'm in usage phase now. I use AI every day almost. So that will be controlled if you're still into the experimentation phase. Your oversight of your vendors and third parties will be much better. Now, this area, TPRM, third party risk management, is a big area in itself. I've talked about it in the past and would repeat it in the future episodes. But today, just one point with respect to the AI usage because your vendors and third parties are also using these. So, as we would have said in BCM, even if you outsource something, you don't outsource your headache. Your vendor, because your business is dependent on your vendor, responsibility still lies with you. So similarly, that it's vendor using AI, but impact may be on your business. So you would like to be worried, concerned about them, and would like to do something with them. Your trust, there was a point on losing trust, which is bad. So reverse also is possible that there may be benefits with respect to trust and credibility. The confidence of your partners, all interested parties, will go up if you have implemented 42001, ISO 42001 2023. You will be able to maintain audit trail for any checks or refinements or investigations later on. Your future readiness for air regulations will be high. Yes, I did not say that. ISO 42001 2023 version. This is a certifiable standard. So organizations can get certified. As I said, I am certified as a lead auditor to this standard. For this standard implementation audit of the standard. So this is a certifiable standard, but even if you get certified, so certification, just like any other management system, is not mandatory. Implementation according to these good practices written in this standard is what is the need. But even if you get certified, it's not that it's just a certification, another feather in your cap or hat. This becomes evidence of responsible intelligence, which is artificial intelligence today we are talking about. As these episodes are meant for only 15 minutes, rushing, keeping it very, very short, high level discussion. Quickly, my top tips for AI implementation, usage, governance, etc. Don't treat ISO 42001 as an IT standard. It's about governance. Number two, start with the inventory, which we would have done in many other management systems also while implementing those management systems. This point is serious. If you don't know where AI is used, you can't govern it. This is as simple as that. Tip number three is assign explicit AI ownership. So this roles, responsibilities, authorities, RACI metrics, etc., must be done carefully. Tip number four, integrate it with BCM, risk, other management systems which are close to it, including information security also. And number five is don't wait for regulation to force you. The one, there is no regulator for my sector. I operate in such a sector. Or the one, my regulator has not asked for 42,000 implementation yet. Please don't wait for that. It may happen tomorrow, as soon as that. So governance implemented early is cheaper, calmer, and credible. It's similar to what about 4 decades ago, 3 decades ago, we would have learned, and then we started teaching in software development that if you catch a bug early, that is much cheaper than catching a bug at a later stage. And the most costly affair is when you catch a bug when a system has been implemented. So same is true about this, that governance implemented, the standard is about governance. So governance implemented early is cheaper, calmer, and credible. Coming towards the close of the discussion today, I'm saying AI will not replace humans. Ungoverned AI will replace trust. ISO 42001 is how organizations stay intelligent artificially and responsible also. I have been saying resilient people make resilient organizations. Now I will say responsible AI will build or builds trusted organizations, and both are important. We need resilient organization, but we also need organizations that we can trust. I wouldn't mind to say that if your organization is not trustworthy, then actually it's not resilient. Closing thought, as I always say, wisdom delayed is opportunity denied. The time is now for resilience. So let the sun of resilience rise in all our organizations. If you need help in awakening your most precious asset, I'm sure you will say the one our people are our most precious assets. So I'm talking about them. If you need energizing your BCM or resilience teams, if you need an architect to shape your resilience culture, which means designing, developing, nurturing, and sustaining, then please write to me. I do this with innovative, exciting, engaging, energizing, entertaining, involving, immersive, digitally detoxing, and educating BCM and resilience games. A quick look at my signature workshop. This is the latest one, the Great BCM Gita Gyan. With due respect to all, without hurting any sentiments, I'm just drawing parallels with Kurukshetra, Gita, and attempting to be a mentor and guide more than the trainer and consultant that I had been for long. So, a quick look at what's in store in the workshop. There are 18 chapters in Gita. So there are 18 clues here, or questions or situations during workshops, which is about 3.5 hours. long workshop. I pick up each of these, we discuss, go deep, and do some activities as well to keep it engaging. I have been doing this as a resilience culture architect. So about 2 decades in the industry, BCM and resilience, I'm kind of concluding that culture is more important than anything else based on the experience of having gone across companies, countries, industry sectors in different roles, as including trainer, consultant, implementer, and auditor also. I'm bringing all this to you. Sorry about this. If you have any questions about today's discussions or anything about resilience at all, please feel free to write to me and I'll be happy to respond. I have taken long today on this topic in this episode, but before closing, because I have got a very experienced person logged in from Australia. Chris, if you have anything to talk about, quick tips from you for our audience on this topic that we covered today. I'm honored to have you actually.
Oh, thanks, Damon. I'm honest to be here with you, and apologies for my delayed arrival. The Everything I saw, I certainly endorse. And your point about people, when I first came into business continuity, I was apologetic because I didn't have a background in DR. Oh no, I'm an inferior business continuity manager. But my first degree was in psychology, industrial and organisational
Right,
psychology. So as the years have moved on, I've gone from an outlier to a central player because people have realized that it doesn't matter what you're doing in your business, it's your people. And you can have the most wizard AI, you can have quantum computing, have all these lovely toys, but if your people aren't prepared, aren't confident, aren't ready,
right.
aren't resilient in your business, you don't have a business. That's unfortunately the case. So people are everything, and AI is a wonderful tool, but it's not the answer to every prayer.
Great. Thank you very much, Chris. Sai. Sai has logged in from Hyderabad. If you would like to say a few words, you can switch on camera, unmute yourself, speak.
Hello, Daman and Chris. This is Sai Krishna from Newland Laboratories. I have been working on applications, different applications, as a business analyst for my company. And I was on leave day before yesterday and yesterday, so I
Okay,
couldn't reply to your mails.
that's okay. I understand.
Yeah,
Yeah. Any
and
any points about the topic that we covered today?
yeah.
Your
So
tips
I
or
think
your impressions. He is from IT for the sake of benefit of all the audience.
Uh, yes, Devon. Uh, so I think the information that you have given is very informative on AI policies and how AI should be regulated, and I think it will be useful for many of the companies, and we can also implement such regulations in our company also.
Right, right.
So I think I'm looking forward to
All
meet
right.
you in the workshop. Yeah.
Great. Great. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you,
So,
Daman.
so thanks, Chris, once again for logging on early, Sai, and to all audience who may be watching the recording later on. All recordings are available on my YouTube channel. Just in an hour or so, it will be uploaded. LinkedIn Live, that is available to anyone. Logging off once again, your host Daman Dev Sood from my weekly show, My Top Tips, every Wednesday, 9:30 a.m. IST. Any questions, please feel free to write to me. I look forward to seeing you all Wednesdays. And this one being the last of year 2025, this comes with newer greetings to you and your families also. Bye bye.
Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy
Bye
Stay
New Year.
peaceful.
bye.
Thank
Bye
you, Daman. Thank you, Chris. Bye.
bye.